Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? We're back here on the World of Otium with another episode. We are here in our main base, but we have got a handful of things to do. I may not get to all of them today, which is kind of gonna be kind of interesting. I am going to head out to our first area and work on the storage system for our witch farm and actually set up I think our upper level power switch to turn it on and off as well. Going to use a different technique out there, but I want to get the storage and killing system up first before we be able to turn it on and turn it off from above. So got to go get that taken care of as well. So let me head out there. I got a handful of things all collected up, and once I get out there, I will bring you guys right back. So back with you here in a bit. Alright, welcome back. We are here at our witch farm. Got it down below here. We're going to do some lighting up probably today as well. I've got a bunch of trees to take down. Either going to fill it in with water or light it up. Out a little bit out here. But I do need all of those as well. So we're probably going to spend some time out here bone mealing some orchids for our second project if we get there, and I may even help out JavaDad there and pick up a bunch of this clay for him today as well. Hopefully, I got some time to do it, but I want to get this this killing chamber and collection system squared away. So this is where we're going to have our killing chamber at, and what we're going to do is we are going to use our mob that actually won over right there. All right, we're going to use entity cramming and minecarts to kill the witches, but what we're gonna do is it's going to be twofold. I'm going to have a storage system, and it's going to be packing the items into shulker boxes, but we're not going to have that many. Primarily, we're going to keep redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, and probably maybe sticks, but we'll see what we got as far as what we're going to need on here. But the first thing we're going to do is we need to set up our killing chamber. And we're going to do that in glass, but we're going to do something kind of interesting with it. So what we're going to do here is I want to do two different things with it as such. I want to be able to have our mobs to be have this twofold so that I can kill them manually as well as kill them automatic. It's an AFK mode, as well as have this is an XP farm where we can get potions, heads, that kind of thing as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the mine carts. We're going to put them on this piece of soul sand here, but we're going to have to build our little area up around it first. Let me get this lit. We're going to be up here for a while, and what we're going to do is and this is kind of the cool thing, is the soul sand by its nature, and yeah, we'll chance it, is a block, right? You can place something on top of it, right? But if you break and lose it on there, hoppers will pick it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this right here. This is going to be what our witches are going to fall into, and I'm going to build up the minecarts around this as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this like this, and this is where we're going to put our minecarts, and they're just going to fall on here and die. We're going to put 24 of them in there, and they're going to fall in. We're going to take this up a little bit higher, have them drop down, fall into this column here, sit in here, get crushed by the minecart and the entity cramming, and just let them die that way. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this up even higher than what I would normally expect it to do, and have a little, this is all going to go away right in here, have a little pathway up that we can turn a switch, put a block in there so that they'll fall halfway down, and not land on this exactly. So the minecarts will be here. What we're going to do is we're going to have a piston come out right here, and have a half slab get pushed into here above the minecarts right here, and have the witches be able to fall right here, and then you have a half slab opening right here that you can actually kill them on. Now the only thing I haven't actually tested, and I do need to test this, so is what's going to happen here. I don't have any glass, do I? Okay, what I'm wondering is, we'll do this real quick test, and then I'll come up and put the rest of this up with glass here. Bench. Wow, I didn't bring a crafting bench up. I'm really on top of things today, aren't I? Wow. Let me go down and grab some glass, grab the crafting bench from the stuff that's down below here, and I will be get the test set up, and I want to show you whether or not a minecart is going to. I'm gonna as well. I have more glass. The glass. Let's take up a bunch of glass. And one problem I have in here is I have a spawning spot over here somewhere. See where these creepers are at? I think it's right up there. Yeah, it's right up on the. Must be on those observers. I thought observers didn't have it. But still have some problems up there with non-witches spawning in there, so kind of annoying. Alright, let's get up to the top here. Sleep real quick. And just so I don't get tagged by phantoms. We're gonna do a little test here. My question is I want to know if hopper minecart okay, have that there. That back. Alright, I want to build one minecart. Make a hopper minecart out of it. Alright, and we're going to put that here. And this will count as an entity, which is great. But my question is, if I put a half slab on there, let's build this up here. Right here, which is the intention, right? So we'll have something walk way up to here, and then sort of this covered, and you can sit in here and swing and whack at the witches, right? But if I throw something on this right here, I know the hopper minecart will pick it up. My question is, see, it stopped right here on the minecart, didn't it? Yeah, see, so, means I'm gonna have to put a minecart inside that block, which is not a big deal, but yeah, that's fine. We'll definitely deal with that, because I want to be able to have the one collection system for the whole thing. So I want to be able to have them kill the critters here, the witches and so forth here without a problem, and have it all drop into the same collection system. So we definitely want to make sure we know what we're going to do on that one. So, all right. Let me get this basic killing platform and area all squared up, and then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. So I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right, everyone, welcome back. So, quick. Happens. So we got our tunnel in here. I've got this all sealed up. I'm going to clean up all of this this temporary thing that we had in place here for our killing chamber. I've got it going up. Got it going up to the top there. A little water path going over and there, and I've got both of our things here, and I've got all our mine carts loaded, as well as the first section. Off our bounty boxes. I needed that when I was knocking out our track there that I just picked up. See there. So I'm gonna go down below here. Let's put this away. This away. Now we're gonna go turn this thing on again. I haven't set up I haven't done two things. I haven't cleaned up this area yet. As far as I need to get leaves all the way up to the top up there. And I gotta find the spawning spot for this, because I don't know where they're spawning in at. I really don't, which is really annoying. Let's send them witches up. And somewhere over here is a spawning space. I gotta figure out where it is. I think it's the top of the observers. I think that's where the spawning space is at, and the spiders are spawning as well. We got witches and stuff heading up here. Let's go see how this thing is gonna do. All right. Ouch. So our first wonderful little. So they jump up to the top there, and I've got that tweaked a little bit up there. I don't know if you can see it. It goes up. They got some space in there, some headroom. Well, so if I'm here. Can't quite hit them. I've actually got to figure out how I'm going to build the platform for this, but what I do know is that this pretty good spot here to hit them most of the time. Come on. And XP will pop out here, that one minecart right there, and then all of our stuff falls into here. Now, we've also got it set up so that if I undo this lever, unfortunately they can see you right there, which is a bit of a problem. There's 24 minecarts in there. I don't have time, it doesn't look like. But if you're going to AFK, you're not going to AFK in that spot right there. This just allows them to keep falling in. And we get to collect their loot. We won't get any potions, which is fine, because they don't stack. But we do want our gunpowder and so forth like this, and it's going to be very helpful. They'll sit there and they'll try to drink their healing potions, but that doesn't work. So we'll get all this stuff collected. Like I said, the primary things we're going to keep and store is going to be these right here. And we may store sticks, but to be honest with you, I don't think we're going to, primarily because with the kelp addition this season, or this on 1.13, it's not really as important of a thing to have there, so that actually works out pretty okay to deal with on that. So I've got a storage system to build, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably just go work on that specifically off camera, so I'll show you where it's gonna come back in on the back end. I didn't get any feedback that these are all tutorials that you can find online. I'm just gonna do a shulker box loader that'll allow us to these items into shulker boxes without a problem. So something simple like that. And I'm gonna let this thing run while I do that, since might as well. I'm also going to put in a catch-all, so if somebody ends up accidentally falling in here and dying, the chances of their items getting lost is going to be pretty slim as well. But we've got witches coming up. We've got witches fallen, and looking pretty good here. Got ourselves a way to kill them. So let me go and build up the storage system. If I've got some time here today, day's sort of getting away from me. I may not get the whole thing done, but we'll take a stab at it and go from there. So I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I've got a couple of these shulker box loaders squared away. Let me show you how they work. Done this ahead of time. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, this level right here, I'm going to cover with trapdoors, and I think it'll look better. I only have oak, I think, in here. I don't think I have any spruce. Yeah. I may have to go harvest some spruce trees, I believe, yeah, right over there. So we get a solid door. The oak ones don't look quite that good. Take out some of this here so we can sort of see what it does. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to load... Hoppers are going to come in here. Let me walk through real quick what we've got here. These blocks are just temporary, so... I got a dispenser where we're going to put our empty shulker boxes. And that's the reason for the trapdoors, is that it's easy to open the trapdoor, access this, load it up, and be good to go. And then what we're going to do, likely, is going to put a button on this one right here, so that if we need to fire to dispense one out rather than having to place one there, it'll just dispense through there. A couple different ways to do it. I think that's probably going to be the best way to go about it. So that's where the empty ones are going to go for now. And if we've got more than 9 shulker boxes full of something, we're doing pretty good. That's a lot of items. So, sun's going down. Better get through this pretty quick here. This is going to be our input line where our items are going to come in. We'll probably just use a simple... So we're going to be collecting them down here. Probably put them up into a water stream. Have an impulse item filter onto these in here. Probably back up this way and then just shoot them into this spot right here. Probably what we'll do. I have a bunch of hoppers going for that one. Let's talk about the redstone. What we're doing is kind of compact in here. Let's get down here and take a look at it. So this is where our shulker box is going to set. And let's actually see it go real quick. And then you can probably understand better what it's doing. So that right there. You can see it's loading up there. And what'll happen is that's where we got to put the trapdoors in there. It pushes this piston down, and this will go into the chest. And then the next shulker box will get dispensed out. Pretty straightforward. And what happens is that we're taking the signal off of this one, and we are locking that with this redstone block, which basically says it's a full chest. So we're just putting a redstone block here, and what we've got is this redstone block is locking this way and locking this way at the same time. So this is what our two pieces are doing. So when this is full, these will be the same signal strength, and this will go and turn on this and go up, hit a repeater for 4 here, fire this piston, and then a repeater for 2 up there, and then a repeater for 4 right here will fire the next shulker box out. Pretty straightforward on that one. And we're going to put in, when we do our impulse filter, we're going to do the overload capacity as well. So by putting trapdoors right along here, where it happened here where this didn't quite, if you hit this one, if it pops out this way, it's definitely going to put empty one in here. Let's grab this trapdoor and I'll show you what we're going to. You can see why they don't quite work so cleanly as I had hoped. that, and that's why I want the solid door there. But let's get this into place right here. I can place this right here, and then just like that. So we should see it pop, and it dropped right back into here. Well, that's going to be a problem. That block firing. Figure out something to do with that then. Might have to do something other than a trapdoor or something. We'll figure something out. But that's what the process is going to be on this one. So you can see kind of why I want to use trapdoors on this to sort of hide things as best we could. So that is what we've got there for our build here. I'm going to continue to get this all put in there, and we will move on to something else on the next episode for sure. I've definitely got to go down below and clean up our witches down there. We're not getting nearly the spawns in here and the rates that I would expect, and I'm pretty sure that is because we have all those other mobs in there. But that is what I got time for today, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys liked today's video. I'd love to hear your feedback or suggestions on a better way to do this. I'm always looking for improvements. I'm not the only one that's doing these, so somebody has probably got a different idea or maybe a better idea, and definitely want to hear those suggestions and comments. Leave them down below, or you can find me on Twitter at @awanderingnerd. Hopefully you liked today's video. If you did, definitely hit that thumbs up button and let me know what you thought. And if you want to see more videos like this, definitely subscribe. So with that, I am going to have to call it a day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. So until next time, this is A Wandering Nerd.